Hello my friends, this is Gabriel with the Last Huntsman channel. Once again, here in my little place out in the woods. So today we're going to do a different kind of video. It's another how-to video, but I'm going to show you guys how, at least how I paint a rifle. Okay, real quick, let's go over kind of what you'll need. Rubbing alcohol, brake clean, masking tape, X-Acto knife, and of course your spray paint. I'm using just the Rust-Oleum Camo. This stuff works pretty good. You just gotta do a lot of prep work, and so we'll start on the prep work. Alright, so this is part of the prep work. I'm going to start taping off everything that I don't want painted. And so obviously, like some of the major parts on the scope, the bolt itself, the bolt facing itself, I don't want that painted. I don't want the trigger painted. So I'm going to just use your just basic, blue masking tape and start taping this stuff off. Alright, so I have everything taped off. Receiver. I was just going to do the trigger, but I decided to do the whole mag well. Got obviously the safety, all my knobs and turrets and such all taped off. The only other thing I got left is I'm going to tape off the bolt, and then from there it's on to stripping this thing. Alright, so I have the whole rifle taped off now, the parts that I don't want on there. The next step I'm going to be using is brake clean. This is going to strip all the oils and gunk and grime and finger grease and everything off of here, so make sure that paint really sticks on there good. Alright, so now that I got the rifle all dried off, got all the oils off of it, hit it with the brake clean, I'm going to start with a base coat. And like I was explaining earlier, I used FDE as my base coat on my other two that I've tried. But I'm going to change things up a bit. I'm going to use the Earth Brown as a base coat. So this might be good, it might be bad. We'll just see how it turns out. Either way, I think it's going to turn out pretty decent. Now you do want to shake these up for about a minute before you start spraying, which I have been before I even started the camera. I'm going to give it about 5 minutes, see where we're at, and start on a second coat. I'm going to do probably a good 4 to 5 coats with just the base coat. Alright, so this is what I got thus far with just the base coat on. Just kind of a dark brown. Did the bipods, and I got my bolt here separate. Now if you're wondering what I'm using to hang this on, this is just a clothes hanger that you can get at Walmart. Alright, so now I'm going to do the next step. I got my base coat on. I'm going to start adding layers to this, and my next layer is going to be kind of angled stripes going across it to just kind of break up just a solid dark brown. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my FDE. On my other guns, I actually reversed this. I did FDE first and then dark brown going through. I just wanted to try switching it up and see if it's how it looks doing it this way. So alright, I'm also going to use this veil here, and we're going to see, well, it's a laundry bag mesh, but yeah, we're going to see how this works here. So Alright, we're going to do the other side now too. Alright, so this is kind of my initial breakup here. Alright, so now the final part here is I'm going to start adding layers of green. And I got two different greens. I got a dark green and I got a light green. I'm going to start with a light green, but how I'm going to do these layers is I actually made my own stencil. I call it Tactical Leaf, but I just cut out a stencil of a big oak leaf and a little oak leaf. And I'm just going to intermittently do these throughout and do a couple different layers of both the big one and the little one in two different greens. So we're going to see how this works out here. Alright, so my final layer here, I'm going to do some dark green with the leaf stencils. And I'm just going to kind of contrast some of the leaves that's on here already. Alright, so I have the rifle fully painted and I still have all the tape on and such. I have not taken the tape off yet. The final thing I'm going to do with this is, if any of you guys have ever used the Rust-Oleum paint to paint like a rifle or anything, or you're kind of new to this, one of the things I'm going to say is that it kind of has like a rough textured finish, and it will kind of rub off on your hands just a little bit right at first. However, like with my MVP here, I have it very smooth, and what I did to make it smooth is just take like a wash rag or a dish rag, and you don't put anything on it, just a dry dish rag, and you just start to rub it down, and it'll take some of that excess off. Now obviously make sure that this is a towel that you don't really give a shit about, but I just rub it down, and you rub some of that excess texture off, and overall it'll be smooth all said and done. Alright, so I rubbed it down with the rag. It doesn't really take a lot of rubbing down to smooth out the finish a little bit. Just a little bit here and there. Now I'm just going to take the tape off and start reassembling this rifle. Alright, so I have my Ruger American Predator in 308 completely done here, and I think it looks amazing, but that's just me. Now I'm going to say, like I said at the very beginning of the video, there's literally 1,000 different ways you can paint a gun, but this is just the way I did it. I think it looks good the way it came out. Guys, let me know what you think. Well, I hope overall this video was informative. like I said, you know, there's many different ways to do this. This is just the way I did it. If you guys got any better advice, let me know. I'm open for suggestions. Be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless, and carry on.